to actually have people come in now and meet me and meet my staff and be like, oh my gosh, she's actually a really good person. She's a really good business owner, and like she's a really good mom. And so to me, this has become such a safe place for that. And just being an entrepreneur and having the guts that it takes, a lot of people think, oh my gosh, you gotta have all this capital, and yeah, you do, but you have to more have a prayer and a plan above anything else. You know, some of these businesses, people don't understand. You'll come in and you'll meet these people, and they're so near and dear to your heart, and you realize they're on the brink of bankruptcy, on something they have worked diligently on every day for years.
Today I'm here with Mandi Miller, and we are at Gunter Brew House, and she is going to tell us all about what she does here at Gunter Brew House and how she's involved in the community.
Yeah, for sure. So Gunter Brew House is a coffee shop and dive bar. We really have everything from probably the best cold brew to espressos, Americanos, really good house strip, all the way into a full bar. And so we do espresso martinis, other custom cocktails here. Yeah, wow. We probably have, it's really funny that we mentioned this, because I had a lady that she frequents in here probably, I don't know, a few times a month, her and her husband, and they come on Friday nights, and last Friday she came to me and she was like, hey, I wanted to stop and tell you, Mandi, that I literally have had thousands of espresso martinis all over the world. And I was like, oh really? And she was like, yeah. And she goes, yours is like the top 2. And I'm like, goodness. What? So I really was like, that's so sweet, because we do have amazing ones, but I never thought to that level. So, but yeah, I mean, we are on 289 in Gunter. Some people know we're here and some people have no idea still.
If you drive through Gunter, you're easy to find. You're right next to, what is it on that side?
So there's a vape shop on this side, but then the Exxon Mobil. We really just like connect with the Exxon as far as parking situation. The parking lot's all together. So the only gas station in Gunter.
Right. Everybody stopped at that gas station.
Right.
Because if you're coming from Salina, then you've got a ways to go to get gas, somewhere else.
Yeah, Sherman, yeah.
So that's definitely where I stop. I'm like, oh, wait, I've got to go all the way to Sherman, and I'm running low.
Yeah. And we do, we'll probably have a little rush here shortly in the next hour. We do smoothies, after school smoothies, and snacks for all the kids after school. A lot of the boys will come in and get their protein shakes in here and protein smoothies as well for athletics. But yeah, we do everything from coffees to smoothies to a full bar.
And you have food?
Yes, we do have food. It's a probably very small selection. We're not like a full kitchen here, but we have a great deli selection, great brisket melts, chips, queso, salsa. We have homemade salsa. Our breakfast is incredible.
That's
I have,
good to know.
Yeah, I have a lady, her name is Randy, Little Miss Randy, and she's in our kitchen in the mornings, and she has the breakfast just superb. So
like,
great.
What do you have for breakfast?
We do the fresh baked croissants, and then we have a fresh baked bread that we do sandwiches on as well, and then breakfast burritos. So yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Muffins, acai bowls.
Okay.
Fresh fruit, that type of
thing.
That's
my type of thing.
I love them.
The first time I had one, my son is an athlete. We were in Pennsylvania at a camp there, and they had a coffee shop, and that coffee shop had acai bowls.
Yes, they were amazing.
And I'd never had them before.
Oh, really?
And so, I mean, this was years ago.
Yeah.
But I just got addicted.
I love them. And we do the fresh coconut granola, and I put, I buy local honey here from a vendor, and so I do local honey on them as well.
And you were telling me you work with a lot of local
different
businesses.
I do. I really have tried. Again, we talked about this, and sometimes that's easy to do and sometimes not, but I am trying to network with other small businesses here in our community, and Van Alstyne and Salina, Sherman as well, and so just getting their products in the door. Mom's Bakery does my breads and croissants, and so we pick up just every few days, so we have everything fresh from them. But you know, I just had the trucker cat bar.
That
Yeah,
is so
isn't it
fun.
so cute? So she is Adeline's Boutique, which is right down the road, the stoplight here in
Yes,
Gunter.
I've seen it.
Yeah, she's amazing, and she's a pretty new business as well to the area. There's a lot of new business owners here in Gunter, which I love. We all connect on so many levels because we've all been open about a quarter, maybe 6 months, you know. And so she brings in the different colors and different styles hats, and then you pick your patches and your embellishments, and she heat presses them here. And so we had a little trucker cat party and made some espresso martinis, drank some wine from some local wineries, and yeah.
And do you have your events like on social media?
I do. I am big about social media. We had talked about that. I'm big. I know the power of marketing and social media, and I definitely use it to my advantage, or try to. But every event, Tuesday nights, to kind of give you a broader idea, Tuesday nights we do trivia night, tacos, trivia, and tequila. And so we have specials on taco plates. I'm working with a bunch of food trucks that are going to start rotating in for that night, starting next week. Actually, we have one next week coming, which I'm about to post on this evening. But every Tuesday night you can find trivia here, and it's a company called DJ Trivia. He's another small business, and he's incredible. He's so much fun. He works with us. He works with a few, the silos in Salina, Lucy's on the Square. So a lot of small businesses he's rotating in and out of.
So how does that work?
So he comes in, and I actually give prizes for first, second, and third place. So I'll do prizes, and then he puts the trivia up on the big screen TVs, and he's the announcer and the DJ for it.
So how does he build his business? Like, how does he get paid?
So he gets paid by me, and so it is a paid service, just like my karaoke is and everything. So he builds his business by small businesses like me, and us spreading the word of mouth. And you know, I've networked for him a lot and went into small businesses, and I'm like, hey, have you thought about doing a trivia night? And things of that nature. And you just learn when you have put your blood, sweat, and tears into a small business. You learn the power of helping others in theirs. And so we're all going to start somewhere. It's going to be a struggle. Doesn't matter what you're selling or what you're doing. But just learn to give everyone grace and give everyone love, and spread as much networking as you can on their part. And so I also work with Head Tilt Entertainment on my karaoke. And so they are in here on Friday nights. And I also do an open mic night. So I give everyone a few hours to come in, use my equipment, do an open mic, which is a 3-song set, and give them the opportunity so I can hear them and give them a paid gig for the following night for a Saturday. So
like an audition.
Yeah, it's like an audition. And so they come in Friday. It gives us some fun entertainment right before karaoke, and then we do karaoke. And then Saturday night, I always have a live band. 3 to 4 hour set, and so you can come in and have drinks and enjoy a really great band. And I know we're small, but we make it work.
So where does the band set up?
We set them up in this corner or in front of that black curtain.
I see how
and so we have the lights down and everything. So it's a lot of fun. 2 of the house bands have been here for many years, way before I even owned the place. And they played at different times, but Saturday night now I've tried to keep it as local as I can, and use a lot of local artists. I'll reach out to some artists. I have some connections through Fort Worth at the Stockyards, and they'll make an appearance here as well. So just watching my social media and seeing who I've got coming in every Saturday night. So yeah.
That is fun.
Yeah,
that's really fun.
It is fun.
It's amazing. This whole region has a lot of talent.
Yes.
A lot of really good artists.
It does.
So I live in Denison. I used to live in Salina, but I live in Denison, and it's amazing. Almost any night of the week I could go listen to live music
somewhere. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
So that's really cool that you provide that. And this is Gunter's a small but growing community.
Yes.
And you probably get people from, the surrounding areas.
Yeah. It's very interesting. We've been drawing quite a large crowd from Salina. I do a service. I was doing it quite a few nights a week, but his schedule has kind of changed, so I'm at least doing it once a month now, where I do a limo service, a sober ride.
On your social
Yeah,
media.
and so I have sober rides home. He has a Hummer limo. It's a lot of fun, and he's a funny guy, and we have a blast with it. I've known his name's Johnny Smotherman, and it's Top Hat Limo Service.
Okay.
You can find him on social media as well, but I call him Johnny Mac, but I've known him for, oh my gosh, probably 15, 20 years. But just another small business that I'm trying to network with and plug up, and he plugs me, and that's the way you grow. So
I was talking to I used to work in Plano and live in Plano also, and you could be at an event, and then they would come around near the end of the event and say, who needs an Uber? And they would order you and, get an Uber.
Yes.
And up in the Sherman-Denison area, we have Ubers, but not many.
Not many, it's hard.
And Salina was the same. Actually, at one point, my next door neighbor, he was like the only driver in town or something.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
You can find them. It's very interesting to me that you can find them in the city to drive you here, but you can never find them within to take you anywhere local or anything. So I've expanded the circle for Johnny Smotherman to go in a larger circle and do like Salina and Pilot Point. And, I've owned many businesses throughout the years in this North Texas community, whether it be Collinsville, Tioga, here in Gunter. And I intend to grow soon into Van Alstyne. And so learning, just being able to network with everybody and provide what I know is important to me, and sober rides are so important. So trying to just keep that plugged in.
And that's why we were having the conversation. I didn't need that sober ride ever, but it was nice to know they cared enough.
Exactly.
To say, we're getting you an Uber if you need one.
Yeah.
You can come back and get your car tomorrow or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, we've had people in here at Albee just frank that need the sober ride home. And I'm like, okay, you've got to go to the house now in the limo.
I've got a really funny story, but it'd take too long, so I'm a storyteller.
I am too.
Okay, so you opened up at the beginning of the year.
I did. I bought it and flipped it within a very short amount of time, flipped the building and reopened.
And you have a history of coming here when you were in high school.
Yes. Well, no, not me, but my kids.
Oh, sorry.
My kids attend school here, and so I actually had been coming through the drive-through here, just dropping off kids in the mornings. I would hit the gym and then come here for my coffee and my protein smoothie.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. And so just coming through the drive-through, I really never came inside the building, and just coming through the drive-through quickly. I'm a mom of a lot of kids, so it's just everything's fast in a hurry. But the ladies that worked in here were always very, very friendly, and we just got to knowing each other. When they see you every day getting your coffee, they kind of know, oh, she's having a rough morning, or and so just having that daily conversation. And so when the opportunity had arose that this place was closing, one of the employees had told the lady that owns it, hey, I know a girl, she invests in small business. This is what she does. And she comes in and she kind of is like bar rescue girl, and she rescues businesses, and that's what she does. And so that's how the opportunity came in front of me. And I'd always loved this place. Like I said, I'd come in here a couple times, just with softball moms, but every time through the drive-through every day. So, but I had a heart for it, and I knew, Gunter doesn't need to lose its coffee shop.
No.
You know what I mean? What? So, yeah, that's how it happened. Came into fruition.
Yeah, if some of the small coffee shops in a small town, you lose the coffee shop, and then you end up with, Starbucks.
Yeah.
Or just some other chain takes advantage because
Yeah.
they see, oh, there's growth there.
Yeah.
And so we might as well.
Yeah, and we're not push button like Starbucks.
Right.
You can look on my, I got really lucky and I have amazing marketing friends that come in and video us and how we make our coffees and how we make our espresso martinis. And each of my baristas, they are in themselves unique, but we do everything old school here. That's a 50-year-old espresso machine that's very hard to work on, you know what I mean? And so, but we do everything the old school way. It's not push button around here. Which is amazing. And I use a roaster in Denison.
Oh, yeah.
And so my beans are fresh roasted once a week. I don't keep old coffee. He does an amazing Russian water blend for my decafs as well. And so just being able to go in and actually work with your roaster every day and being able to taste your coffee and know the difference. And so I use CJ's. I don't know if you know him or if you've done any networking.
Not personally.
Yeah.
But I am a big fan of CJ's.
Yeah. So Jonathan at CJ's, you need to get him to do this with you. You really do. And just let him know. Mandi Miller.
Okay.
Mandi Miller sent me. But he's incredible and he just works with small businesses and he is so encouraging. Weeks that he can tell like I'm exhausted, I've worked 90 hours and I'm pulling my hair out and I just feel like giving up, then he's always encouraging. He's like, you're doing this, like you're really doing this and you're doing a really good job. And so it's so powerful to have those businesses that are working with you so closely to really believe in you. So yeah, he's great.
That is powerful.
Yeah.
I used to live near CJ's and where they roast. And one Sunday I was walking my dog and I see all this smoke coming out. And I thought, oh no, they're not open on Sundays.
Right.
I need to call 911, but I kept looking, and then I see, they're roasting.
The roaster,
yeah. And it did smell delicious. But of course my dog was like, oh no, we have to go there because he has to get a dog treat there. Yeah,
he cracks me up because I'll come up with these big ideas, because I'm like the Pinterest junkie and I'm watching TikToks and and I'll be like texting him with some kind of frantic idea and he's just like, Mandi, do you realize what that's going to cost you? Like, well, I hadn't really thought of it that way, but yeah. So we're actually working on doing a house blend for here, so you can actually buy the beans here with the merch. So yeah. Hopefully we'll have that all up and going by the time school's out. So yeah.
I'm from Tennessee, and the town where one of my sons lives in Tennessee, there's a roaster there that I just love their beans. But I don't want to order them and then have them shipped to me. Right. So that's where I get my beans is CJ's.
CJ's,
yeah. And they're just as good.
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah.
It is cool. So, what else haven't we hit? That haven't we covered that you would like to talk about?
Just keep an eye out on our social media. I mean, that's really, to me, that's kind of my outreach every single day. I'll do some live feeds as well on a Friday and Saturday night when it's just packed in here and we're having a good time. And trivia is we have a blast with trivia. Karaoke just got started and we're kind of like slowly moving into it and people know that we're here and we're doing it. Because there are so many of the locals that do karaoke as well, especially that Denison, Sherman area. And so I know one of my bartenders actually just left Calhoun's and she's come to work for me. Oh, wow. And she was telling me that Cowboy was over there doing karaoke one day a week. So, but just keep that in mind and watch our social media. And if you have a small business and don't be ever afraid to network with me, to walk in the door and to meet me and shake my hand, and let's figure out how to help one another and help the community and really boost growth. I know for me, the city of Gunter, is in a lot of turmoil right now with city council's mess. So I've been really, really good and really careful to watch all the ribbon cuttings and make sure that I'm present there and make sure that I'm loving on and encouraging these other small businesses as they're getting going. Because like I said, there's a lot of new ones. You know, we have the Ship It and More container store. I've worked with him a lot on doing different events for the school. So, you know, we did teacher appreciation, we've done some luncheons, we've done some like the spring tea. I work a lot with the chamber and the PTO here in Gunter. The chamber is amazing here. So if you are in this area, and even, you know, people don't understand that even if you have a small business in more remote areas or in the adjacent area, come to all those chambers around you. It is so important. They're not crazy expensive, but plug into every chamber.
Right.
Because those women, I know at our Gunter chamber, that's their job. You know, they go out and they network with small businesses every single day. And it's going to, they can text me and say, hey, we're doing a luncheon, or, you know, there's a family that needs help, and I'm on that.
Right.
But it gives me a way of knowing because I don't know.
Right.
And so, you know, that's what small business to me is about, to be able to reach out and to help those that we need to be helping and to encourage those that we need to be encouraging. So, yeah.
Well, that's one thing I do with my videos. I encourage the businesses and the people that I interview to let me know when there's some kind of event I can help with.
Yeah.
You know, to make a video and highlight it, or make a, you know, come in and either enter a drawing or get a free coffee.
Yes,
or
something.
like
Yes.
things like that.
Yeah, networking. I know that Keller Williams there in Salina, they had a sip and share here just a few weeks ago, and it went incredibly well. We just had a blast. And so using spaces like this as a platform is so key and so important to just exposure and people knowing that you're here. Because like you said, a lot of people don't even know it exists, and they come in and they're like, oh my gosh, that's the best coffee.
I know,
or,
right?
oh my gosh, I cannot believe that margarita was so good. And so they wouldn't know if they, if you didn't use it. So definitely utilize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people get in their little rut. They always go to the same place to eat, or they always get their coffee from a certain place, like when they're at the grocery store or something.
Yeah.
And they don't really realize what they're missing.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell them, oh, there's this little Mexican or whatever.
Right.
And they'll be like, I didn't even know that was there.
I know.
You know.
I know. Exactly. It's so important. So, but yeah, just love on and embrace these small businesses, because, you know, we had talked about it earlier. These small businesses are their families that are putting their heart and soul and every dime that they've ever saved into it. I know I'm a single mom, and while I have been super, super blessed to be able to turn in businesses around like this, it's still not easy by any means. And so there's not a blueprint. There's a lot of things that I screw up still. So just learning by default, but understanding that these are families. You know, my children, you'll come in and in a few hours, my kids will be in here and I'll be cooking dinner in here because, you know, I don't have a bartender night, so I'm bartending, you know? And so that's just part of it. That's part of owning a small business and knowing that you're ultimately responsible. We're not Starbucks, and we're not, you know, Sam's or Walmart. And, you know, we have a small little market here in town that people don't, it's a fresh fruit and produce market here in town over by Small Tooth, Sweet Tooth. And I'm able to go in there, and I mean, if I'm out of jalapenos and out of onions and I can't do my salsa, I can run over there. And just knowing that all these are there, utilize them. You don't have to be going into a Starbucks every day.
And since you're in a small area that's kind of in between towns, you know, you're 15 minutes to Salina, and you know, you've got quite a ways. So it's so nice to know that, you know, there are businesses that everybody here can utilize.
Exactly.
And that helps the business, plus it saves them all that trouble, and they make friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Get
Coming in
people.
and getting to know your community. I know with all the controversy going on in Gunter, I have stayed super, super neutral, and everyone knows here that this is a safe space. You can come in, you don't have to agree. You have to agree to disagree. Walk in, we can all have a cup of coffee, and we can all not be okay with what the next person's doing, and it's still all right. You know, we'll share a bucket of beer and we'll go home and lay our heads down, you know? So just knowing that. And then we have the drive-through here as you're coming into the parking lot. Just drive through the back of the building. We have bells and everything installed, so you're going to have great service through the drive-through, and we do to-go drinks.
I was going to say, can you also call in orders?
You can call in or text orders to our phone number. It's 903-718-6700, and so you can text those orders, you can call those orders. We do a delivery service for in the city limits for lunch and breakfast. So a lot of the teachers at the school, they'll you know, text in their order and we'll deliver there. Unfortunately, I have high school kids that have their lunch period off, so they come and do deliveries for me in the afternoon.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I put them to work. But yeah, and we do booze bags. So
what's a booze bag?
It's a to-go drink, and so a booze bag, it's sealed, and we have like cake pops and chips and small food items that you can buy with it. So you need to buy a food item with it. We have a local cake pop vendor as well. And she's incredible. She makes amazing cake pops. You'll see those on my social media. But these are booze bags, so they fill up, and then the straw will be attached. So like we do frozen margaritas in here. We do cocktails.
I've seen those with frozen drinks.
And we even put a regular cocktail in there or a beer. It'll hold your 16-ounce beer, and then you just stick your straw right through here. So so we do these in the to-go window as well. Trying to think anything else and out on the patio. I mean, you can come regular drink or these on the patio as well. But I know a lot of the parents will come and get these on the way to games, and it's like, yes, I can go with it. So yeah,
that's really convenient.
So
if let's say I was going to go through the drive-through and I wanted a snack, I could just say, what do you have? Like, what do you have?
Yeah, so there is a menu out there, a full menu on the outside of the building at around the drive-through window. It's a coffee menu, a snack and food menu, and then cold drink menu. But yeah, I mean, they can tell you there's a lot. Most everything is made to order here. I do have them make up a lot of breakfast and put it in the warmer, but nothing's in the warmer more than 20 minutes. I mean, it goes really quick. So more or less made fresh and made to order. Muffins, those type of things come out hot, and so we have like the jumbo muffins and things in the mornings and bagels. So
what are your hours?
So we are open at 6 a.m. for coffee and starting our breakfast, and then we are here super late. We're here until 8 p.m. closed on Sunday and Monday, and then on Friday and Saturday we're open until 1 a.m.
So not too bad.
Not
4 a.m. or anything.
No.
But and I mean, I say that bad meaning you would be here a long time.
Yeah, I know, right?
And plus, when it gives people, they still get to go out and have a good time. And get home safely, in a reasonable, safe time.
Our band usually stops playing by 11 every night. So if you're still going to hang out, that's great. Usually we have a lot of people that do. But yeah, live music stops by 11.
Do you have any kind of like games or game night or?
We have our whole little game shelf over there, so people come in and do games. But other than we just did a trivia night right now. I was thinking about doing like a kind of like a little poker night thing. I thought that would be fun. Yeah, I was looking up the logistics on that, so hopefully you'll get that started for the summer. I thought that would be a lot of fun. I had a lady come in and ask what was it she was wanting to play. I don't remember the name of it. It was some type of card game, and I was like, you all can come, and she has like a little club or whatever.
That's
I was like, of course. I was like, utilize the space. You know, she was wanting to know what evenings a little bit quieter, and I was like
no
just,
trivia.
And I told her, I was like, come on Thursday nights. We, kind of rotate in and out on ladies' nights events. But the trucker cap night and doing a painting with a twist night and trying to do some ladies' nights on Thursday nights. Give us moms a little bit of a break. Come in and let my bar staff make you a cocktail and just kind of chill. Take a break.
Yeah, yeah.
We all need a break once in a while, right?
Yes.
So.
Well, thank you very much. I really enjoyed getting to know you a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And be sure and let me know how I can be involved in.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Something that
yes, I'll get you plugged in. I've got everything going on. It's crazy.
And if I see something that you're doing, I might just drop in.
Yeah, of course. I would love that.
But it's nice to know ahead of time I can kind of play it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I got tickled when I got your email. I was like, because you said you have so much going on. I was like, I know. That's what everyone says. They were like, how do you? I'm like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just have great staff, thankfully. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Without the staff, it's
it's very hard. I've been, unfortunately, when it comes to a business like this, you do ultimately have kind of a rotating door at times. And so there's been a lot of times that I've had to work those 16-hour days on my own trying to get it restaffed. But it ebbs and flows, and you've got to take the good with the bad and the happy with the sad and keep moving forward. So, yeah.
And you have regular customers?
I do. I've got my group of regulars. I've got a big group of regulars for coffee and the bar. I mean, Friday and Saturday nights are full of regulars.
Right.
But yeah, we've started drawing a more of a happy hour crowd. I just started happy hour. That's one thing I forgot.
Okay.
So I just started happy hour. I posted actually about it yesterday, but so it begins this week. It is half price drinks from 5 to 7. Every day. Okay. So just come in and get your, I know whenever I was commuting back and forth to the city every day, I wanted to find a watering hole to just have a small vodka and tonic and get out the door. You know what I mean? Just before I could get home and cut the day. Right. So this would be a great place to do that. And I make amazing vodka tonics.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous I don't live here.
Right.
I mean, we have plenty of places too, but it just sounds so easy and friendly and convenient.
Yeah, it is. It's a good vibe in here. Yeah, I'm proud of the vibe.
I can tell you need to be.
Yeah.
You need to be.
Yeah.
Well, I've enjoyed this interview so much.
I have too. We learn a lot about people just sitting down for a few minutes. Yeah.
It's important.
It is.
That's what it's all about, like you said.
It is. Thank you so much for doing this with us. We're proud of the place, and the more people know, the more we'll grow. So,
Right.
Yep.